What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Third Person. My name's Chris. That's Mike. It's Westworld. What's up, Mikey?
Not much, brother. Anticipation for this series coming back
Yeah,
after a
dude, it
long
was
year and change, right? A good year and I think 18, right? Was season two. I believe season
2018. Yeah, I
because
think
we didn't
so.
have it all last year.
Nope.
So it's been a good year and change, year and a half. Dude, Dolores badass. We're seeing obviously some new characters and Caleb and really good, dude. Really good episode.
Yeah, I have to agree. What's interesting is I just want to start right off the bat. Parse Domine, which is
Ah,
the name of the episode, which is Latin for spare and God. It's like Parse Spare Domine is God, right? But
okay.
it's from a hymn. Essentially it works out to being like, Lord, spare us, or spare your people
Okay.
or whatever, right?
Okay.
I did some research on it, but yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, like you said, we got a couple new characters. I mean, we did get a little bit, a few answers. At least we got to see where everyone is. It's been
Yeah.
about what, three? So it's been a little over 3 months. You
Since the
know,
slaughter. Yep. Yep.
Yep. I will say at the top of this episode that we are live streaming this. So if you watch this later in date, we're live streaming this. So if we're gonna talk to someone like John, what's up, John? How you doing, man? So if we're talking to these people that are hanging out with us in chat, so thank you for watching us and hanging out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We understand like we're East Coast and West Coast didn't see the episode yet, or Middle America. That's fine. But hey, it's all good. You guys are watching it either live or hey, it's live for you when you're there, right? Anyway, yeah, this was a great show. John, how did you like it? Live is fun because we get to see other people's reactions right off the bat.
Yeah.
Uh, let's talk a couple of characters. I just want to talk characters real quick. Obviously,
Yeah.
Caleb, right? What do we know about
Yeah.
Caleb? He's
I
an
mean,
ex-military dude.
It seems to be some kind of military or police or something. I guess we don't necessarily know for sure, but it seemed more like that army or military character,
Right. Yep.
squadron. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool, especially in the end where you kind of you hear him talking to his old buddy, and obviously
Francis.
you
Right.
find out, yeah, Francis, and how at the end we kind of see what was really going on with this earpiece, and it's kind of like a part of this PTSD
Right.
help.
Right. Yeah.
Like a rehab kind of a program, was interesting because in the
Oh
beginning
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, is he really talking to this guy or not? But obviously that we get the answer in the end of the episode,
Yeah.
and he finds this really injured Dolores.
Right. What I thought was really cool. A lot of like sick tech in this
Oh yeah,
outside
dude.
world. The Rico app, basically,
Yeah,
that is pulled
it's like
right from
Grand Theft
GTA.
Auto or something. Yeah,
That's GTA right there. That's
yeah,
pulled right from GTA 5.
yeah,
Even I think it was in 4 as well. And just finding jobs through that, which is insane. I thought it was so cool. I thought that was a really cool way to bring that into like the future. I thought that was really cool. Everything is, it's all voice activated. I mean, half my house is like smart home, right? So it's like I do the
yeah,
same thing. I walk in, I'm like, turn the lights on, and it's like, shut them
yeah.
off, shut up, what's this? What's the weather? That type of thing.
Well, even
Um,
just the way that Dolores, especially when she was attacking, she was in that man's home,
yeah,
and
right.
kind of took over the whole house, and she was able to show him the loops and these images of his
Oh, with
first
those
wife
glasses
being
that she zip
killed, and
tied to his head.
yeah. So it was just cool for him to be able to see those images, and the way that she would just appear and reappear throughout the whole episode was
I
really.
guess his first wife, he slaughtered his first wife because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a
We saw
piece of
scenes of
shit.
her beaten, and then obviously you see her in the pool with the blood, and it's kind of ironic that he ends up dying the same way. I have
It's
a question for you about this,
Yeah,
right?
go ahead, yeah.
So now that man, is that Liam? That's Liam's dad, right? The one that she got the information from, and that's the
No,
information. He wasn't Dolores the spy that Liam and the other guy were talking about that may have the information when Liam was meeting with the blonde-haired woman,
uh,
and Dolores took off with the motorcycle and followed
no.
Liam?
Okay, all right. So
Or am I wrong?
I don't. Okay, you're saying is that
I believe that was Liam's dad, the guy that she killed, possibly because she took his information, she emptied
okay?
his
So he
bank account.
retired. What happened was okay. So let me hold on. I actually didn't put that together. So maybe you might be right. And if anyone watching can set us straight here. Okay, so you're saying that the guy that he left. So that guy left. The thing is, that guy retired. He said
Yeah.
he retired, he built the company, like retired, but he took stuff. He took information.
He had information that he was supposed to
Give
release
up
or
or whatever, right?
give up.
I
Yeah.
don't know
So
if
was
that was
that
the
the
dude's dad.
information?
I'm not sure that that was
All
the
right, so
dude's
then
dad.
scratch the fact that maybe that's his dad, but was that the information that Liam was talking with that woman um in that scene where Dolores stole the bike and kind
Oh,
of what
possibly.
was
That
overlooking them?
woman, by the way, I believe is the one that plays Mantis in the Marvel movies.
Oh,
I
oh.
was trying to look it up to see the actors in the episodes, but
Well, we know who our other
I don't
friend
know.
is.
What's I forget her name. I apologize, I forget her name, but I think so. Anyway, I was trying to research while writing down notes and stuff for the episode. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I do want to say though, as far as the opening is, I thought it was written like awesome. I thought it was written really beautifully where she doesn't come in like she's a monster. She's a tyrant, but it's so low key. It's like setting it in this like house where you're seeing her control technology and the type of technology she has. Like I thought that was like I don't know. I thought that was really sick. I thought that was really interesting, and I thought it was a nice low key way to jump into the season.
Yeah.
I didn't this is like a very confusing show for a lot of people, and Mike and I even had to like I've watched like you know
Yeah.
uh I can't think of the word anymore, but I watched two like a couple videos that went over what happened in the first two seasons
Yeah.
because I wanted to like make sure that my memory was correct. It has, like you said, it's been
And
like
it's
2
been a
years.
while. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
a while. One interesting thing that you kind of see in this that you can compare to previous seasons of Westworld, and I wrote it down. It's really like the real world. It's not so dissimilar to them what the hosts were dealing with in Westworld.
Right.
They were being controlled by humans, but they were being controlled initially, and it seems like this world is controlled
It's a
by
surveillance
computers.
state. Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's just
Right.
even the I forgot what they called it. It was hard to kind of hear what they called that giant super
Oh, the name.
globe
Yeah. All right. So
computer.
the company is Insight. That's
Yeah,
where it is, and the guy's dad built it or whatever. It
yeah.
took 15
But they
years
made
and
it
whatnot.
seem like people are given
It
jobs based
aggregates.
off
So
of
basically, it's exactly what they were doing in Westworld by taking people's basically all their information, their personalities. Remember, they were clocking
yeah,
their personalities and they
yeah.
were storing them, and that's how she knew about this guy because they
Mhm.
stored his personality traits and all his stuff and all his
So
information,
it's
and that's
very
what she was.
similar.
So that's what it's doing. It's basically what Facebook is doing right now.
Well,
It's what Facebook, Google, Apple. It's exactly what we're in right now. So,
yeah.
it's just not
It
this
could be
big
a really
supercomputer.
it could be a really close look at what we
Right.
have
Well,
to
that's the
it for the
commentary.
next
That's the whole
35
point.
years, whatever it is, until
Yeah.
because I think they're in 2058. I think they
Oh,
are.
can we talk about that real quick? Those little interstitial things where it tells you like, oh, this was an anomaly here, and there's a. I like those. Those are so cool. That was in they did that in a trailer, remember? And they just played
Yeah.
pieces in one of the trailers. I really enjoy that. I think it's really cool. I like the direction where it's going. It's like now we're outside and we're getting to see these things.
Well, the show's
Um,
really smart. It's a really, and that's what a lot of people have maybe taken back from it because, sometimes there could be some things that you're quite not
right.
understand. I mean, listen, we just watched the episode. There's some things I
I gotta
posed
watch it
questions
again.
to
Yeah.
you already. So, I mean, obviously, as the series keeps going, we'll probably get more answers and better ideas of what really went on. But that was really my biggest question: is um, obviously Dolores is trying to access this hub, this network, this supercomputer, along with
Yeah.
Charlotte, and
Well,
we'll see
yeah.
who else plays into that.
Well, I think okay. So yeah. So my prediction for Dolores with this is she wants to use this supercomputer to make more hosts because that's what she wants to do. She wants to
Yeah.
populate the world with hosts, right? So I
She
think
already
that's why she's trying to
she's one up now.
yeah she's trying to access this now. Talking about Charlotte, so
Yeah,
I think don't now remember she left with 5 brains with 5
yeah,
pearls, right?
yeah.
And one of them was Teddy's. She took Teddy's. She took Abernathy's. She took her dad's. She took who else did she take? I forget who else
Was
she
it?
took. But
Yeah, I'm not. I
so
think there was.
anyway, I think Hale,
Yeah.
Charlotte Hale. I think Tessa Thompson. I think that's Teddy.
Okay.
I think that might be Teddy. And in the coming attractions, obviously, we're going to see more about Charlotte and how she woke up, or whoever it is. I think it's Teddy. I don't know. We'll see. But now that she's got to be this person. Got to be Charlotte, right? Thought it was interesting that there was a computer proxy for William. He wasn't, because obviously they say William. I believe they're talking about William, that he died. Well, actually, he did die. Right, because William's dead. Williams are now, remember in the future, in the end of last season, William was being put through the paces that Delos was, and by his daughter, who was also a host. And then they were trying to see whether or not he could break the same way, right? They were doing the same thing, in a dilapidated old, cradle or whatever. So,
Yeah.
Charlotte, yeah. So I think Charlotte is Teddy. That's my prediction, I think, right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Bernard, you want to talk about Bernard real quick?
Yeah, Bernard is
Or
obviously
should we
taking
say Armand Delgado?
Armand, yeah.
Right?
Bernard is taking the brunt of this whole situation that went down in Westworld. So he's on the run, kind of doing whatever jobs I guess he can to stay away
Working
from.
at, right? Where is he? He's like in.
Yeah, he was like a butcher or something.
Working
Because
at a meat farm. The
two men that found his true identity and that went after him.
It wasn't that hard. It obviously, like, he looks exactly like the dude in the thing. All he did was shave his head and not wear glasses. But I will say this.
Yeah.
So Bernard, at the end of season 2, gained sentience because he wiped out Ford, right? He got rid of Ford out of his brain. And then he realized, and then he's like, oh, but Ford was still there, but it wasn't Ford. It was him. So it's his own conscience, right? So he gained consciousness. He's sentient. However, he's also aware of his host self. So we see now that he every night
taking tabs.
He checks himself every night, which is insane. And then an even more insane part is when he taps into that to get out of getting, captured.
Yeah,
which was absolutely
takes care of business. Yeah. It's. I mean, really. I mean, we didn't get too much of Bernard, but obviously, in the end, he says, he has a large sum of money and he wants to go back to Westworld.
So now he wants to go back to Westworld
to find his friend, which I think we all know who that friend is going to be. If you watched the episode right after the credits, there was I know Chris saw like a little behind the scenes, but we saw like an upcoming and we see Maeve, and she seems to be okay, and she's in some sort of World War II Germany kind of
scenario
world. Yeah. So I'm assuming
that reminds me. Sorry, they when Charlotte's in the board meeting, she they talk about their parks in their world. Yeah. So there's obviously more than one. We knew.
We knew that. Yeah, I think there was 6 or something like that, right?
Well, okay, so now we know that there's a Germany, there's a World War II, or it could be World War One. It could be we're not I don't know exactly which one it is. Probably 2, I guess, but who knows? Could be 1. But anyway, yeah. So she's in that scenario, and again in the coming attractions, if you haven't seen it, and spoilers if you don't want to hear it, but she apparently seems to stop everyone in that world again, and she's like, okay, cool. And so you think Bernard's going after Maeve?
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, at the end, we in the end of season 2, we thought she was dead. She sacrificed herself.
Right. So she just, how is this possible now?
So she must have, there's obviously still people there. I mean, William was there with his daughter, still.
Right.
So there's still people there that are obviously fixing these hosts. That's how Maeve got to so she was repaired, and who else, whichever hosts we know that may have went down that are now, that possibly can be repaired. So we'll see. I mean, were those 2, remember the 2 scientists that she kind of like controlled? I don't remember if they died or not, so I'm sure they're probably still around.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot their names. Simon and
Garfunkel. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, they sing now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember their names. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get.
Yeah,
that
I
deep
think it
in
was Simon and something else, but I could be wrong. It just kind of popped in there. So we'll see if they have any kind of part of this, and how they may be involved if they're still alive. So it's cool to know that even though the massacre happened there, and all these board members from Delos got killed, and that there are still people there, there are still people working and putting on a show for.
Well, they have to. That's their money, and they're saying that they want to take it private now.
I mean, who would go there? Yeah, who would go there right now? So I doubt there's any real people.
So what's that scenario? Who's running that scenario then? Like, why is that scenario running? Right. So I mean, hopefully we'll find out next episode.
Yeah.
We're also going to
Yeah.
see in the next episode Man in Black, which William, which we
They must have showed you a lot more in this sneak peek thing that you watched that I didn't notice.
no, I just watched. That was behind the scenes. I'm talking about the
Yeah,
behind. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the upcoming episode. Yeah, the next. Or you know what it might have been. It might
because
have
the
been for the
upcoming thing
season.
was
You know how
just
they do
that.
that after like the first episode? It'll be
Oh,
like
maybe. Okay.
coming this season. It didn't say that, but
Mm,
it could be that. I don't know. Anyway,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Man in Black. We're gonna see what's going on. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? Uh, Tommy Flanagan that played
Yeah.
McCulloch
Yes.
in Wu Assassins is in here.
Yes.
He plays a character named Martin who is Liam's I guess his father's like fixer, right?
Yeah.
He's
The guy that kind
excuse
of
me.
locked Liam out of the system. That's the one he was talking about before they
Right.
came into the
Martin,
apartment
right. Yeah, his
building. And
name's Martin. And Tommy Flanagan. Good to see him again.
yeah.
So
For a second, I was kind of like, "Oh man, are they going to take him out?" And then all of a sudden,
they,
the car pulls up, and you see him now as
she made a
a
host
host.
of
And I was like,
him.
"All right, cool." So he'll
So
be
where
around for.
she's making hosts, but who's in that body? Now guess what? She put someone else in that body. Maybe it's Teddy. Maybe that's Teddy.
It doesn't necessarily have to be one of her pearls, right? I mean, she could be
Well, it needs a
making.
brain though.
Yeah, but you make them. So she could be
Oh,
making.
maybe she got Martin's all of. Oh, she did say that. Remember, she said something like that. That she knew him from the park because he was there when he was on vacation with
And she
basically
knew
with.
the other, and she knew the guy that she killed in the first scene.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking you're right. I'm thinking the guy in the beginning was his dad. I'd have to go back. I have to watch it again
That could
because
have been yeah, that could have been before
that could have been his dad.
yeah.
You're right
So
because he
he may
did
have
go with
had,
them, and they did do things. Damn.
yeah,
Okay, so I guess we'll work on that and we'll see. If you guys
yeah,
know, let us know. Obviously. Also, just saying, if anyone is in chat and you want to ask a question,
yeah,
you
get
know,
in there.
if you
I mean,
want
this is
something that you want
obviously
us to talk about before we end the
yeah,
episode, please do.
this is obviously something new that we're trying to do. Chris and I have live streamed before, but we haven't in a while, and we never live streamed for Westworld. So this is something new that we wanted to
Yeah,
try. Um,
we
guys,
want to try and
yeah,
do this after each
try to get
episode.
in there and try
If not,
to
maybe
yeah,
we'll wait the day and we can record. You know, if you guys want to leave questions in the Facebook group, that's fine. Which
yeah,
Facebook group? You just go to a third person on Facebook and third
yeah.
person pod, and you can see the group there. The group is actually third person Westworld. It's just one word, third person Westworld. Okay, so let's see what else is there. I did want to say. This whole episode, man, double tap city, bro. Just
Yeah.
double tapping, just double tap, double tap.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
loved
no,
it, man.
there were great scenes. I was waiting for the moment when Dolores wakes up in one of these like SUVs and
Dude,
stuff.
I was sitting there going like, all right, what is
Yeah,
her backup plan? Obviously, and you know
yeah.
what? And I want to know what this AI is that she's using to control everything. I don't really know that she's using.
Well, she was like enlightened, right? So she could control, just like Maeve.
She's gonna
You
control
know, they
tech, I
were
guess. Yeah, but
yeah,
so
they can just
she's just controlling all AI.
yeah, she controlled the house of the guy Jerry that she went into, and
Yeah,
so it's yeah, she has that ability. She obviously has had the ability to get the motorcycle to come, which was a really cool scene, where just when you think she's
that's
really
cool.
injured, this guy's gonna shoot her. This motorcycle comes and
Oh,
just
that was
nails
so
this
sick. I
dude.
know. It was great.
So yeah,
It was a fantastic episode, and again, I didn't really feel lost or anything. Like,
yeah,
going in, you were like, oh, it's going, and of course, this first episode, they're gonna make you be like, what's, they gotta hook you by giving you
hmm
questions, and then they'll open it up later, right?
yeah,
No, this was, yeah, I mean, this was really cool. I absolutely enjoyed this first episode. They found a way to bring it back. They're still talking about the parks. Like they found a way to open it up, but keep the parks. Plus, we have some characters that are still in the park. So
yeah,
hey man, bravo, bravo,
yeah.
brava. It was really good. I'm just gonna check my notes. I mean, anything else? You got anything else
No,
that you
I
wanted
mean,
to?
I'm looking. There's just one scene where Caleb was talking to Francis, and Francis says, "Would you want us to turn the implant back on?" So it's kind of like, I wonder what that implant is about. What's inside that? Maybe it's something that can kind of Obviously, this guy's struggling. He's struggling to fit in. He was trying to get a better job, a better way of life, and obviously that failed.
Right.
So I just wonder what Francis meant when he said this implant, turning this implant back on. Is it something that makes him?
Is it something that connects everyone? Like, is it a thing that connects them?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it something that can help him deal with what he's dealing with?
Oh, yes.
Or
because
is
they
it
did
like
say
something
that
can because Francis said something and I forgot exactly what it is.
it can
What
take
was
it can
exact-
take the rough edges. It can
Yeah,
smooth
the
out
rough edges off
and he
or something.
says, no, the
Yeah.
rough edges.
So
Yeah.
it
By the way,
must.
his mom in the hospital, which is probably why he needs a lot of money. Remember,
Yeah.
that's why he's doing that extra stuff. John
Yeah.
in the chat saying that his guess is possible that Clementine could be in Hale's body,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
which is
Clementine was the one that was taking over all the hosts in
she
season
also
2.
she also had she was super she was leveled up
She
as
was
well.
stopping. She was going after all the hosts that were trying to jump through the forge. Remember?
Well, she went to go stop
Into
him,
their
and Maeve had to go
nirvana.
stop her.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's true. So it could be
It
Clementine.
could be
I mean,
Clementine, right?
there was
Yeah.
the other one, the blonde. Oh, I forgot her name.
Yep, the one that was the host, the hostess.
She was the one that helped them
Yeah,
first
the hostess, right?
get their clothes and
Yeah,
everything.
got to choose. Yeah, I forget
Yeah.
her name. Yeah.
So
Laura,
I
I don't
mean,
remember her name.
there was 5, like you said. So it John could be right. So it could be she could be using them. But when will that run out? Can she really just take over the world with 5 hosts?
No, she's got to make more, and I think
Yeah,
she
she
wants
has
to
to
use
make
this
more,
supercomputer
so-
to do it. Yeah, I mean that makes
That makes sense.
that makes sense. So
Makes sense.
yeah, all right. Hey, listen. I think we'll call it. I think that we don't want to make this too long. We want people to watch it after all, right? So hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for popping in. You know, there's so you know, I just wanted to put out a thing out there about this virus going around, and you know, obviously in the United States here and all over the world. Everyone just be safe. You know,
Yes.
try and stay
Wash
away
your
from
hands.
people. Watch TV. Play video games, you know. Oh, that's right. John Angela's was her name, I think. You're right. I think it was Angela.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone be safe. You know, take care of
Thanks,
each other. You know, again, don't go out. Binge watch stuff. Play video games. Eat food.
And stay away from hoarding all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
tired of that.
Yeah. All right, Mikey. What's the end us out here, man?
All right, guys. So thank you all who came in to chat with us for a little bit. Again, we do want to do this, Chris and I, after every Westworld episode. So let's try to get more people in. John, we really appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
Let's just try to get this going a little bit so we can have a lot more people to join us in with the conversation about these episodes. It's a really, really clever show, really smart show. And we do appreciate everybody that joined our new Westworld Facebook group.
Absolutely.
So if you have any questions and you missed out on the live stream, just post it to the Facebook group, Third Person's Westworld, and we'll try to get to as many as we can, and we'll answer them there. All over the place, Third Person. You can check us out. We're always posting stuff on all the social media outlets, and I think that'll be it. So we'll see you next week.
That's right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Yep.